Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're really aiming to cut through the noise around one of the key financial qualifications.
We are. We're focusing on the FSRE exam.
That's the Financial Services Regulation and Ethics Unit. It's the absolute foundation if you're aiming for the DipFA qualification.
Exactly. And look, there's a lot of study material out there, but our goal today is different.
Yeah, we want to distill all that down, find the most, effective path, a strategic shortcut, basically.
Because this exam, it's more than just a hurdle. It tests something quite specific, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's not just about remembering facts.
No, definitely not. So before we get into the strategy, the how, let's maybe just clarify the what. What is the FSRE actually testing?
Good question. It's testing your ability to apply what you know. Apply your understanding of UK regulation, the financial system, ethical behavior.
Right.
And crucially, apply it in realistic professional scenarios. So just trying to memorize definitions, that's not going to cut it. You'll likely struggle with those scenario questions.
Okay, application is key. Let's quickly cover the logistics then, the sort of immediate practicalities.
Sure. It's multiple choice.
Filter online?
Yep, via LIBF, the London Institute of Banking and Finance. You get 2 hours.
For how many questions?
100 questions. And the target pass mark, while it can be moderated slightly, you should be aiming for 70%.
70%. So precision matters. You don't have a huge margin for error.
Not really. Which leads us nicely into the content itself. To be precise, you need to know where to focus your energy.
Okay. The syllabus, Unit 1, it's broken down into 6 main areas, right?
That's right. 6 key areas. But, and this is important, they aren't all weighted equally in the exam.
Okay, let's list them out first. So number 1 is the UK financial services environment and the key regulators. 2, the regulatory framework itself, its objectives. 3, financial advice, and crucially, consumer protection.
Then you've got number 4, financial crime prevention. That means understanding things like anti-money laundering, SARS reporting.
Right, the serious stuff.
Absolutely. Number 5 is the principles of ethics and professionalism. Very important.
And finally, number 6.
The structure of the financial advice process, from the initial client contact all the way through to the ongoing review.
Got it. 6 areas. But you said they're not weighted equally, so where should people be focusing most?
Well, the sources are pretty clear on this. Regulation, consumer protection, and ethics. Those 3 carry the most significant weight.
Okay, so mastery in those is non-negotiable.
Pretty much. And that means you really have to understand the key players involved. You can't just skim over them.
We're talking FCA, PRA, the Financial Ombudsman Service, FOS.
Right. The FCA Financial Conduct Authority, that's about conduct, consumer protection. The PRA Prudential Regulation Authority, they focus on the stability of firms, the prudential side.
And FOS?
FOS handles the client complaints, the disputes. And the trick in the exam is often knowing who does what, which body is responsible for which rule or which type of complaint. Students definitely get tripped up there.
Yeah, I can see how that happens. Which makes our strategy section even more critical. Because like you said, a lot of questions are scenarios.
Exactly. They put you in the shoes of an advisor. You have to decide the right course of action under the conduct rules.
Okay, let's dive into that strategy. 8 steps to mastery. Step 1, conceptual foundation. And the advice here is interesting. Avoid rote memorization.
Yes, avoid it. Review the material, sure, like the 15 lessons often mentioned, but focus your energy on understanding why. Why does this rule exist? How does it protect the consumer?
It's like knowing the difference between just reciting treating customers fairly and actually understanding what it means in practice.
Precisely. TCF isn't just a phrase. It's the bedrock of conduct regulation. A good exercise is to try and summarize these principles in your own words. If you can explain the spirit of the rule, you're in a much better position to apply it.
Makes sense. So once you have that conceptual grounding, you need the language. Step 2, master T terminology.
Absolutely critical. This exam is heavy on specific language. You need to know what suitability really means. Due diligence, fiduciary duty, conflict of interest.
So things like flashcards.
The flashcards are great, yeah. But the key is active recall. Don't just make them, use them.
Yeah.
Regularly. Over time, that repetition moves the terms from just, seeing them to actually being able to use and apply them. That's the goal.
Okay, conceptual understanding, key terms. Then comes step 3, which everyone expects, practice, practice, practice.
Yeah. Mock exams, sample papers, past questions. Use the official LIBF resources if you can. They're obviously the most aligned.
And the crucial part here.
Do them under timed conditions.
Yeah.
Every single time. You have to build that exam discipline, that stamina.
And afterwards, Don't just check the score.
No, the real value is in the review. Go through every single question you got wrong. Why did you get it wrong? Was it a knowledge gap? Did you misunderstand the scenario? Did you just run out of time?
Diagnose the problem.
Exactly. That tells you precisely where to focus your study next.
Okay. Now, we said ethics carries significant weight. So step 4 is dedicated to that, the ethics quarter.
Yeah, don't underestimate this. Roughly a quarter of the exam questions hit on ethical reasoning, professional conduct.
Based around those TCF principles again.
Fundamentally, yes. It's about your professional credibility, how you should behave. Think of it as the lens through which you need to view every client scenario question.
Got it. So step 5 brings us back to planning. Organize your revision schedule.
Right, strategic study. You need to allocate your time effectively. The general advice points towards a kind of ratio.
What's the split?
Roughly 60% of your time on learning new material or reviewing concepts, and 40% on practice testing.
Hold on, 40% just on testing. That sounds like quite a lot, especially when you're still trying to learn the basics across 6 areas. Is that really necessary?
I know it sounds like a lot, but yes, it's necessary. Remember those scenario questions. Practice testing isn't just about checking what you know. It's about developing the skill of interpreting those scenarios correctly and applying the rules under pressure. That 40% builds timing, interpretation skills, diagnostic feedback. It's active learning.
Okay, I see the justification. It's not just passive review.
Not at all. And consistency is key here. Little and often beats cramming every time. Short, focused sessions are much more effective than trying to pull an all-nighter.
Right, consistency over intensity. That links well to step 6, exam technique and what you call the golden rule, the consumer protection focus.
Yeah, for multiple choice, technique matters. First, basic rule. Never leave a blank. Guess if you have to.
Okay.
Second, read the question and all the answers very carefully. Look out for distractors, answers that seem plausible, but miss a crucial regulatory point.
And the golden rule for those tricky ones where maybe 2 answers look okay?
Ask yourself this simple question. Which option provides the best protection for the consumer?
Ah.
That answer is almost always the right one because it aligns directly with the FCA's core mission. It's a really useful filter.
That's a great practical tip. Okay, step 7, simulate the environment. You mentioned timed conditions before, but this is about the full duration.
Yes. Set aside a full, uninterrupted 2-hour block for at least 1 or 2 full mock exams. Build stamina.
Why is that so vital?
Fatigue is real. We see it all the time. Students might ace the first hour, the first 50 questions, but then concentration dips and silly mistakes creep into the second hour.
So you need to practice maintaining that pace.
You do. Aim for roughly 50 questions per hour. Practice pushing through that entire 120 minutes without losing focus. It builds mental endurance.
Okay, makes sense. And the final step, step 8, use all resources and teach it. Don't just read.
Definitely not. Be an active learner. Use everything the LIBF provides, the student portal, forums, any study groups, videos, whatever. Repetition helps.
And the teach it part.
This is powerful. Try explaining a complex topic out loud. Maybe to a study buddy, maybe just to the wall. If you can clearly explain something like, say, the difference between the FCA's remit and the FOS's role, you've truly understood it. Teaching forces clarity in your own mind.
Right, it solidifies your understanding. So if we pull all these 8 steps together, what's the bigger picture here, beyond just hitting that 70% pass mark?
Look, the FSRE isn't just an exam to get through. It's designed to help you internalize the standards, ethical, regulatory, professional, that define a good financial advisor right from the start.
So it's about embedding that mindset.
Exactly. Success really boils down to 3 things. Understanding the rules deeply, knowing how to apply them ethically in practice, and then practicing that application until it becomes almost second nature, like it would need to be in a real client meeting.
So for you listening, what does this really mean? Investing the time now to properly grasp these regulations and ethics, it's not just about passing this one exam.
Not at all. It pays off throughout your entire career. It builds the confidence you need for the next stages, for dealing with actual client situations within the DipFA and beyond.
It really sets the foundation.
It does, and it leaves you with a really important question to consider as you move forward, beyond just studying for the test.
Which is?
Given how central consumer protection is to passing this exam, how are you going to actively embed that principle, that focus, into your day-to-day professional decisions later on, even when maybe it makes things a bit more complicated?
That's the real test, isn't it? Integrating it for the long haul.
That's the difference between just passing an exam and becoming a truly trustworthy, successful professional in this field.